Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another Age of Empires 4 replay. So on the right side as the magenta French, we have ZerToN. I don't know how to pronounce that. This one as the Mongols, we have LoueMT. Mongols versus French. Royal Knights are of course incredibly powerful. You can sort of engage in equal terms with Keshiks, so they're cheaper and weaker. Spearmen will be a good composition for both sides if that is the deployment of each opponent's units. Looks like magenta Science Khan receives a bit of fire there. It's time to throw a scouting falcon on top of him. Mongol has a couple different build openers, so like the Little Seed School Cavalry, that's pretty standard. The Mongol could go with the Silver Tree or for the Deer Stone. Not a big fan of Deer Stone. The Silver deploys Town Center out, which will help him get the wood and gold collected there at the Town Center, but he decides to redeploy his gear over here. I think he collected some berries. Nope, he did not. Not sure what that gear was beforehand. Did actually invest time onto the wood into a pasture, getting out some early sheep. Looks like his sheep collection was not all that fruitful, or sheepful. And now got the School Cavalry deployed on the field. Does get a barracks on the field. He's going to need a lot of spearmen in the near future. And the Mongol player, he is far from the food from aging up at the moment. That's the problem as well. Mongol starts pretty slow. They don't have to worry about housing. But at this point in time, that just saves the Mongol player about, what, 25 wood for a single house? Or 50 wood? Not a whole lot. Additionally, the economic benefits the Mongols get in the long game is not that great. All comes down to that trade, basically. That's a primary benefit. Their economic research is expensive and provides minimal value compared to most civilization. Granted, French's economic benefits are minimal as well until it gets a castle age. When it gets a castle age, then its units can be 25% cheaper, which is significant. Now have Deer Stones being deployed on out. Mining camps will soon be set ablaze. I will give them a pitiful 25 food and gold. Now I got this Royal Knight advancing forward, trying to find some harassment. Deerstone's being has been pulled on the field, which will give him a very tiny economic benefit.
On the squad.
Khan's moving around. We got a horseman now put on the field as well as archers, going for a nice little mixed force. As of right now, Keshiks and horsemen wouldn't hurt to engage those archers. If one deploys in more horsemen, Keshiks will do just fine versus them. Does get a good stab there on that Royal Knight, and that's his only Royal Knight on the field, so it is a very, very expensive hit right there. Spearman charging forward as well, which will be effective versus force. He still has to be worried about the archer, but the Kipats focus on the archer themselves. They're in good numbers. They do now have stable being put on the field. He does have plenty of stone to work with. Also, 200 stone to get out a pair of Keshiks. And does interrupt the stable right there. Spearman advancing on forward. The horseman will find a hit there on those villagers. Now he's trying to run back. Does get that deployed on the field. Going for a pair of horsemen, and they're only early horsemen, not regular horsemen. So they're completely neutered until that gets researched. Let's force these units back, and the wolf is getting some damage on these forces.
Est facile, cavalier.
Wolf does go down. Let's get his pair of horsemen. Goes for the horseman research. Upgrading his early horseman to regular horseman. Early horsemen, they're really just junk. They're incredibly niche, and they're rarely ever useful. They have 1 pierce armor, 9 attack, or 8 attack, and 110 health. A regular spearman is just... It has the same damage as a Spartan spearman. Looks like these horsemen do find a potential engagement here. Gain some good damage. He currently has 4 horsemen on the field. Right now, this stable's doing quite a bit of damage. He's going to be engaging it now. There's just a lot of archers here. The horsemen going to be focusing on those archers as the spearmen just move forward. These horsemen are falling back, trying to avoid that royal knight. In fact, right now, this force here may get intercepted. This will be a big loss for the Khan, for the Mongol player. Even just sustaining that damage there is a big loss. Does throw a scouting falcon there.
Speranz Gloria. En les camps. Speranz Gloria.
Horsemen do get a charge right there. Does get a nice damage from one of those horsemen. There's good number of royal knights here, and the couple horsemen will help out as well. Sign will need to pull out some more spearmen. Let's try to get a spear brace there. Unable to get a spear brace. Received a bit of volley there as well. We were on the research queue for the Mongol player. Horsemen, royal knights are advancing forward. Does get his second Townsend redeploy on the front line. Gets a great spear brace there. Lucky spear brace there. Allows him to pick off 2 of those royal knights. Massive loss there for the French. That is the significant amount of resources down. Now it gets his Townsend deployed on the forward position. At the primary Townsend, so it doesn't have the extra health. And he does go and use this Townsend to collect up this deer. You want to collect up this deer first rather than that one. Royal Knights and Horsemen patrolling around, trying to find another engagement. The Khans have advanced forward for these horsemen, trying to find another harassment. Doesn't find a whole lot of damage there. While a couple of these horsemen are quite wounded. Royal Knight now charging forward. Maybe we'll pick off this one Royal Knight or horseman. And the Scouting Falcon does get deployed out there. Will receive a bit of pincer there. He's trying to body block these forces. Hope these knights can easily go down. And there goes one of the horsemen. 2 of the horsemen do go down. Those are 2 wounded ones as well. We have an outpost here, which will help out with the spotting and garrisonable forces. Plus, there's a lot of shrubbery right there. That's primarily where he got it. If you look on the mini-map here, there's actually quite a bit of the hiding terrain. He has a good number of spearmen in the region. He could go for the arrow slit, so help him get some little bit extra damage and defense. There's those horsemen conning the side of there. Gets a volley of arrows. Right now the arrow damage is 6, which is not that great, but decent enough for now. Right now the military force is 25 versus 25, but I would say the French shows the upper hand. Has a bit more of a higher quality force. Archers are always nice to have, and has now a couple spearmen mixed on in. These Royal Knights charging on, making their way forward. We don't have any arrow research just yet. And do have pierce damage now being researched by the Khan. Let's get a couple of these villagers. Nice little pick. Nice trying to torching down this oboe. Good number of spearmen, archers, and royal knights there. Horsemen do pick off that unit there. And now the Mongol players are to pull out some archers.
아직은 작업을 가지 마, 너무. 자, 백수. 자, 튀기. 구두 쓰고.
Deer's being cleaned on up. Looks like there's one more deer right there, and that may be it for the deer besides these two collecting carcasses. Mongol player now is getting a +1 pierce damage, which will not affect this horseman engagement there. Royal Knights charging forward. Does see the charge attack there. And these forces are falling back away from the knights. Sorry, I hit my microphone. I was checking my phone because keep an eye on the family, that sort of thing. Horsemen and knights are falling back. Got these archers and spearmen now making their way forward. No Keshik support on the field, which is a little bit interesting. Horsemen advancing forward. Let's get a good volley there on those horsemen. Spearmen do get a single brace on the horseman. Does finish off that horseman there. The spears may want to turn around. Does use the arrow to increase the rate of fire. Mongol archers getting some damage on those spearmen, but mostly hitting these Royal Knights. Hard to target those spearmen sometimes. Didn't get a spear brace there. Now we've got a big melee here. Horsemen trying to overrun these archers. Spearmen looks like the Mongol spearmen are being disintegrated. No, there's some down here. And it looks like the Magenta's force does get overran, but the Mongol player will lose a lot in return as well. Mongol spearmen are mostly down this again. We've got reinforcing spearmen here. And it looks like Mongol overall lost that fight. It looked like it was going great for him, but in those chaotic melees, sometimes a little bit hard to tell. Does take a Royal Knight and a horseman there, just being one Royal Knight there, getting stuck in the trees. Do have arrow slits right here. No, there's a handful of villagers right there. Looks like some additional deer carcasses. Still only has the one pasture here. Does have the oboe out of stone, however. And he has consumed all the stone. Has no additional economic advanced researches. Han's moving around, trying to find another engagement. They're all scouting Falcon there. We got this force advancing forward. There's a good number of spearmen to protect them. And the archers should be plenty to deal with this force here. Sign does have a larger military force on the field. Does find a single Keshik there, the Chaos Villager. Very nice, trying to build those palisade walls. He will go down. Right now, the French player also has a superior number of villagers. While the Mongol player did have 2 town centers, the French player has been on 2 town centers longer, resulting in some extra villagers. But now we got the Keshik getting some great damage there. He can't really fight with these villagers against Keshiks. The health per swipe is very powerful. Does pull them back right now. We've seen a bit of fire. Does lose one of those villagers there, and the Keshik will go down to the Royal Knight. The oboe has been redeployed up here. No research on the oboe research just yet. Khan does get some arrows onto this mining camp. We got the exotic doggo now biting that Royal Knight. He does have exposed villagers over here. Collect up these berries. Actually trying to find another engagement. Doesn't get a charge attack there. Just get some regular swipes. But what if he has textiles? He does have textiles over here. No textiles. No charge attacks. So it doesn't do the 1-2 swipe. But does look like he will take out one of those villagers. Does see quite a bit of damage right there. Catch a charge on 4. We'll see fire from 2 of those Royal Knights. And now you got a step right out being pulled on the field. The Royal Knight will go down to those arrows. Now spot this gold deposit there. And now Keshik does go down. And now Castle Rage for research. I just want to start torching down this outpost. We got arrows already on, getting some damage there onto these Royal Knights. We got the veteran archer now being researched. No additional blacksmith research at the moment. Mongol player has minimal resources stored up. The French player is going for the Royal Institute. Outpost going on up. And we'll go ahead and take out that village there. Outpost will not be completed. Far from it. Exotic doggo there. We got a couple of Royal Knights coming for a bit of a flank. Did find some of these villagers there. And now we've got Castle Rage for both players. Veteran Archer research still on the way. Now I got the Veteran Royal Knight, Veteran Archer, and more Pierce Armor being researched by the French. I get a good spear brace there onto those Royal Knights there. A couple of Royal Knights, one Royal Knight goes down. Large numbers of Mongol forces do go down. And these horses are starting to fall on back. Over here, you got these spearmen trying to pursue these Royal Knights. Now I do have the veteran, the Royal Bloodlines being researched on the field, which will put up these veteran Royal Knights up to 310 health, an absurd amount of health to deal with. Up here, we got these spearmen getting some good damage there onto these veteran Royal Knights, taking one of them out. Getting some good damage there. A couple of those spearmen do go down. Right now, the Mongol player has a significant number of forces deployed out on the field. Mostly it's just cheaper forces. There's still 11 Royal Knights deployed on the field, 1 Magnet on the build queue. Over here, we've got these Royal Knights now moving around the flanks. And he will find the Shaman there. Shaman will go down. Got these spearmen just moving around, trying to deal with this Royal Knight. Does get a couple stabs there. But right now, 230 health, soon to be 310. And now we got some mana arms being pulled on the field. The mana arms not going to be useful. It does get the improved siege engineer, so now you can pull out various siege assets from the infantry. Those mana arms will not last very long versus those Royal Knights. Get some picks off there. Let's pull out Maganel with his infantry there. And several saddles now being researched. And we do got Maganel up here. Fires Maganel shot, rolls a miss. There's going to be a pretty good hit there. No, it rolls a pretty sizable miss there. He may use the arrow. I think that also improves the rate of fire of the Maganel. Decent hit there. Infantry force advancing forward, trying to get a conversion there. Does not get a conversion off there. Royal Knights getting some good hits there onto these archers. With 310 health, that takes it's very hard to kill off those veteran Royal Knights of archers. even in the first place without the veteran with our royal bloodlines. And Science Force is just getting annihilated overall. Having severe trouble with these veteran royal knights. They do have 6 pierce armor. These archers only do 9 damage. That's 3 damage per arrow. That still requires 100 arrows to take them out. Now I got these royal knights coming to our flank. They do have a bit of health regen from Chivalry. Does all fall back there. Does have a pair of outposts here for some reason in those villagers. I'm not sure why he did that. This is not English. And it's supposed to move over around. I'm not sure why he's pulling out man-at-arms as well. That would be useful for archers, but these royal knights are the biggest threat, not the archers. Now Magenda's force here is just annihilating the Mongol force. I go for Mangonel there, which should be useful against the archers if he can get hits on those archers. These villagers will go on down. Side does have a slight villager disadvantage because he's killed off 13 villager opponent. Versus just a 2, soon to be 6. Mangonel now deployed out in the field. Royal Knights advancing on forward. Step Redoubt is here, providing some excellent gold collection. Got a handful of crossbowmen now pulled on field as well. Try to go for outposts here, unsuccessful. He does have a decent defense force here. Mangonel finds decent hit there onto those Royal Knights. Now I got these forces pushing forward. The archers are being left behind. These Royal Knights are severely wounded. They need time to heal themselves up. So the man-at-arms will do some great work versus these archers. See the workshop now being put on field. Going for a charge there. Does get a nice spear brace there. Takes out one of those Royal Knights. Magenda's now eyeing for a bit of stone. Science playing up with this wood right there. Actually, not a whole lot of wood on this map, is there? Got number 1 spring gold emplacement here. This one's not being upgraded for anything at the moment. No trade at the moment as well for the Mongol player. That's the primary economic advantage that Mongols get in most games. He does get off that shaman there. Royal Knight moving around does have a good number of pastures. Side note as well, you don't have to build pastures directly on your town center. In fact, you want at least a 1-tile space in between your town center and your pastures, because or else your villagers may run around the entire pasture to get to that same sheep. Trust me, you want to keep at least a 1-tile separation. Ideally 2. They don't have to be built right next to each other, next to the town center, because sheep can walk to their doom, but they can walk. They can't tie their own noose, however, but they can still walk. Get a decent spear brace there. We'll overrun those spearmen. Does have a couple crossbow hits there. More spear brace there. Does get some good kills there. Takes out 2 of the Royal Knights. Got a very, very large number of man-at-arms here, which will be decent, but you shouldn't get too many of them. They don't provide any special advantage versus Royal Knights. They will be useful versus these archers, but now it's starting to transition to arbaletiers, and they can absorb melee arm as well, so it's not good to pull out spearmen nor man-at-arms versus arbaletiers. It's best to use Mangonels against arbaletiers. Got some good engagement there. These Royal Knights are still need some more help, but there's just too many Royal Knights with these spearmen to deal with. These Royal Knights just need to fall back, relying on Chivalry to get some health regen. He has a very, very large number of Mangonels pulled on the field, as well as a couple Spring Golds. Very nice. He does pick up these forces. Getting out more crossbowmen would be a good idea. Single battery ram advancing forward. The Mangonels and Spring Golds can get some great damage onto it. Battery ram does go down there. These Royal Knights are receiving excellent health regen.
Les autres, les avant, mon commandement. Thanks.
Battery ram is sort of going down. Got these forces pushing me forward, trying to get some good health regen and as well as advance forward. There's a spring golden placement in this outpost. These horsemen are not enough to deal with those Royal Knights, that's for sure. But now it's going to advance forward, trying to hit these hit the villagers, not the outpost. Sure, you might want to torch it down to get a tiny, pathetic amount of food and wood, or food and gold. But it's still probably a better idea to hit those villagers. We got an outpost being pulled out right here. Those villagers will likely go down. Horsemen will go down as well. Big loss there by the Mongol player. He doesn't have a whole lot of villagers compared to his opponent. Steppered out has been redeployed there. Does have an excellent amount of siege for more outposts. The ZerToN, of course, does provide some good mobility. But that mobility is honestly pretty small in most engagements. The force is mostly just walking or not moving around and fighting. Does get some great damage there. I wonder what technology. He does get the improved whistling arrow. Perfect. I'm glad he got that. I put a lot of emphasis on that research because I do find incredible value from it. Because 12 seconds of +2/+2 armor is incredibly good. Red Palace is now being deployed out on the field for the French. That will get him very, very powerful defensive placement. He's playing next to a sacred site. On this map, there is 3 sacred sites. And that one will not be unsecured anytime soon. You will have to use trebuchets to deal with it. As Arbalest emplacements are incredibly powerful. Much more powerful than Spring Gold emplacement. Royal Knights getting some good damage there. Let's get some spear braces. And these Royal Knights will be cleaned on up. This horseman is still moving around. The Mongol horsemen need to engage. These horsemen will be cleaned on up. Got the 6 site now being decaptured. And outposts will go down. We have a good number of siege workshops on the front line. Down south, we do have these horsemen moving around. Now we do got both players in Imperial Age. What did the Mongol player go for? The White Stupa. I prefer the Iconic Palace. That provides a lot more value. Actually, the value is actually quite absurd with it. But most people like the White Stupa just simply because you have to claim stone somehow. I didn't do it through trade. But also, you can get quite a bit of stone from the Ovo research. One thing I like to do is send battery rams along the flank. Just pressure your opponent on the flanks with some battery rams. Get some spearmen, deploy them out along the flanks. And you'd be surprised how much damage you can do. And when you get all your raid research, you get a lot of value from even just taking out one structure. Or even just torch, I should say, setting a blaze. Got a massive force here. These man-arms can be exceedingly less useful. The Mongol player needs to start transitioning to hand cannoneers. Crossbows are nice, hand cannoneers are more generalists, and against Royal Knights, they pack a bit more punch. Against Arbaletiers, assuming your opponent doesn't deploy a passive, the archers and Magandai. At this point in time, Magandai are actually useful. When you get all the Magandai research, they actually become very good. Until you get the Imperial Age technology, Magandai are complete garbage. Primarily the increased range. The +2 range on Magandai is actually very powerful, along with incendiary arrows. Let's take out those horsemen there trying to harass that gold deposit there. We got a good number of spring golds advancing forward, taking out one of the magenta spring golds. Science spring gold is still quite healthy. Battering rams advancing on forward. He's hitting these battering rams a bit too much right there. Yeah, he's definitely hitting these battering rams. Those horsemen could focus on that battering ram for him. The spring golds can fire volley into it as well. These four nice charging forward. We'll see. There's a lot of towers everywhere because you can't build walls. You have to go heavy amount. Some people go heavy in towers. Separatiles providing excellent gold returns. Magenta is facing this gold deposit here, and overall, looks like more of the gold deposits are claimed by Magenta. Mangonels do find a good volley there. Here are some hand cannoneers, very good. Ooh, and these four villagers getting hit hard. He just needs to get these villagers inside. He's losing too many villagers. Down to 86 villagers. These villagers have been retasked collecting resources. He's going to lose some more. Now Magenta has killed a staggering 63 villagers, while his opponent only scored 24. Though it looks like that may be soon to be even 30. Takes the rest of those horsemen now. He may need to start eyeing for trade as well. That will help him replenish the villager count, as well as provide some good other resources. Just even just 20 traders is plenty for the Mongols. It'll help provide a mix of all resources. I don't know what crossbows here, but crossbows and arbaletiers is relatively of a stale fight. Though the arbiter can, of course, get out some the passive blood field to increase their armor and range. Royal Knight advancing forward. Got these hand cannoneers being focused down as well. Got a couple of them hitting these forces. Horsemen is charging forward, trying to deal with the Mangonels. Finds a massive volley onto those forces. Now got the stone pillaging research, very good. And it is the improved one in plus 75 stone when igniting a building. Wait, I thought it was only plus 50. And maybe an error in the, what's it called? The description. Now got pierce armor, pierce damage from research. Got a good amount of research coming out the Mongol player, but so far the French player has been getting better research. The Red Palace here is able to produce cheaper around there, and if it keeps nearby, he's able to just produce these units for far, far cheaper. The 30% discount the Mongol player simply cannot match. He has no advanced economic tech, so he's gaining no advanced economics. The longer game goes on, the better the French player will be off. Not to mention, arbalists are just really high quality. Horsemen charging forward, trying to deal with these forces. And with the increased melee armor of the Arbiteers, which he does not have that resource at the moment, he's going for that right there. Increasing the melee armor by 5. Once that's getting research, even horsemen don't do a lot of damage for those Arbiteers. Let's see, horsemen right now are doing approximately 20 damage versus range units, but with that up to plus 8 armor for Arbiteers. They do also have 2 container to armor, as well as they gain up to 10 armor. That will cut the damage they receive in half, even from horsemen. Hand cannoneers gain some good damage there. Horsemen trying to overrun these hand cannoneers. He does not have chemistry research, so they will have trouble dealing with everything. With chemistry research, they put big holes and everything. All horsemen being pulled on the field. With the discounted units and the more villagers at this current rate, the Magenta will win. The Mongol player has basically no gold income at the moment. I don't think he's collecting any gold whatsoever. But yeah, this game is lost for the Mongols. He may have, yeah, he has 4 relics on the field, and I think he does have Tideborn. Yes, he does. Does not have an improved Tideborn. Got some hand cannons firing away. Got these elite knights still in the field. Gains some spearmen. He has to rely on spearman horsemen, but right now his resource reserve is minimal. While the French player has plenty of gold to work with. His front line's disintegrating. He's sending in paltry amounts of units each time, and Sign does back the game now. It's Anagrade saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.